Do you know what you get when you mix 26 letters with crayons and watercolor paint? Some really pretty alphabet art, that's what. Hi, my name's Kathy, and I've been an art teacher for more than 20 years. You know, this project is perfect if you're just learning how to write and paint, and it's easy. Let me show you how to do it. Here's what makes this project so easy: a sheet of paper with the alphabet lightly printed on it. The template for this comes with a download, which you can find in the link below. And if you want your most colorful results, do print it on watercolor paper. It really does make a big difference. This project also calls for some paper towels, crayons, paintbrush, cups, and watercolor paint. I really like this liquid type and plan to use all 6 colors: red, yellow, orange, blue, green, and purple. Now, I've chosen about 7 crayon colors because I want a lot of variety. My first job is to start tracing all those letters. To make sure the crayon colors show, it really does help to go over the lines more than once. After the first letter is done, it will speed things up if you just choose about 4 more letters to trace before putting that crayon away. You can see here I've gone over the A, the G, N, the U, and then the V. Next is the blue crayon. You can watch me go over each line a couple of times here too. I'd like for those letters to really stand out, so that's why I'm taking my time. I'm making a blue letter E, K, M, S, and Y, but of course you can choose any letters you want. I also really like this light pink color. You know, the lighter the shade is, the better it is to make thick letters so you can really see them. I'm going to make a pink letter D, J, L, and X. The same is true for this light blue crayon. You know, I picked a mix of colors that are some warm, some cool, some dark, and some light. And I'm going to be making a light B, I, and W. This yellow-green color may be a little hard to see on white paper now, but when a dark color goes over it, it's really going to pop off the page. I'm making a light green F, H, and T. Next comes orange, which I'm using for the letters C, O, and Q. But again, please choose your own letters for your own painting. They can be whatever color you like. And finally, some red for the letters I have left over. That would be the P, the R, and the Z. Okay, now we're not quite done with our crayons yet because all of those grid lines need to be traced too. It not only adds more color, but the wax line actually makes like a little wall and will keep the paint colors from running into each other. Choose 4 colors and press really hard when you go over all 4 of those vertical lines. Now you could use those same 4 crayons or choose 4 other ones, but we need to go over those horizontal lines. I'm pressing hard and going over it once, but you could go over them a couple of times if you want. Okay, here's the really fun part. It's time to paint. We do need some paper towels to keep things neat, and the watercolor paints, of course, which I've put in cups, and some water for cleaning the paintbrush in between the colors. I'm going to start with my blue paint and choose about 4 random rectangles to fill in. You'll see that you can just brush paint right over those crayon letters. Don't worry if some of the letters are a little hard to read at first. That paint color often lightens up a lot when it dries. Try to work slowly, spread your paint around so you don't get puddles, and take care to fill in all those corners if you can. Next up is the yellow paint. Do be sure to clean your brush before you dip it in the yellow though, because it only takes a drop of blue to turn things green. I think I'm going to fill in about 5 rectangles because I've learned that that's about how many I need to have a variety of each. And now we can add some red rectangles. You know, I just love how crayons and watercolor paint work together. The crayon adds some texture, and the paint adds a lot of bright color. That's such a great combination. Now my one tip to get your best results with this project, just use a small amount of paint and spread it out carefully before you get any more. It will keep any puddles from happening. Time for the purple paint. I'm going to fill in about 4 rectangles, I think, and spread them out because my one goal is to not have 2 of the same color touching each other if I can. Also remember what I said before, to not worry if some of the letters are hard to read right now. That paint will often get a lot lighter when it dries. And the next up is the green paint. Now I'm not showing it here, but do be sure to wash your brush when you switch colors. It will definitely keep them all as bright as possible. I think I'm going to paint about 4 with this color so that I can match my sample. Alright, I'm going to back up here for just a moment and paint this L red because I missed that before when I had that color out. And the same is true for this yellow Q that I missed a moment ago. Again, you can do whatever color combination you want. I'm just trying to match my sample here. And now for some orange paint. You can probably see by now that I'm getting my best results by making strokes that go from left to right. It really helps to spread the paint out. Okay, everything is full of bright colors, so we're all done here. I really don't think alphabet art gets much prettier than this. At Art Projects for Kids, you'll find hundreds more art lessons, including easy painting ones too, like how to paint koi fish and leaf patterns. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I hope you come back real soon.